guys, Courtney Mermaid here, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we are going to talk about something important. What parents should know about mermaiding. Let's start off with the obvious one, okay? What is mermaiding? Typically, those of us in like the mermaid community, we refer to the act of swimming in or spending time in a mermaid tail as mermaiding. It was a phrase, I'm pretty sure Hannah Fraser, I think she came up with that, and then it kind of caught on, and now we all kind of just use it sort of interchangeably. You're hanging out in your tail, or you're at the pool and you're swimming, or out in the ocean you're swimming. If you're being a mermaid, you're mermaiding. So the next question is, where should your child start? So this is an important one and a step that should not be skipped. Children really need to be confident swimmers. I don't mean just like, you know, splashing around in the shallow end. If your child is going to put on a mermaid tail, your child had best be a good swimmer, like really good and confident. They also need to show you that they are responsible in the water. They can be trusted, they don't do stupid things, and that they're just generally responsible around the water. You know, pool safety is really important when you're a mermaid. Children should also be able to use flippers and or a monofin to start. You should be able to see that they can comfortably maneuver around in the water, doing something like a dolphin kick, because that's what they're going to be doing. You can't really do anything besides a dolphin kick in a mermaid tail, so they need to be able to float comfortably, you know, like rafting on their back, and to be able to move around with that kind of movement before you stick them in a full-on mermaid tail. Safety needs to be first. Any parents watching this, I don't want to come off condescending or anything like that. You know your child best. I'm not a parent, so I don't, you know what I mean? But I've spent time around kids in mermaid tails and out of mermaid tails, and the most important thing is that you respect safety first. If your child has an accident in a mermaid tail, it could potentially ruin it for a lot of people who do this both recreationally and professionally. So it is really important. It's no different than anything else in life, right? When you're doing this activity, you represent yourself, but you also represent the community as a whole, and it's really important to remember that safety has to be first. So now your child is a confident swimmer, they've got the flippers down pat, they got the monofin down pat, they're ready for their first tail, so where are you gonna go and where are you gonna get it? Of the experience that I've had, yes, I make tails. My tails are for more of an advanced level, and I do not currently make children's tails. Otherwise I'd recommend me, obviously. But of the reviews and the things that I hear, the buzz in the community, I would say a good starter tail for your child would be a fin fun tail. I personally love everything that they've done over the years to really encourage safety, and their product is good quality. Always do your research first. You know, it's great to go online and to see one person's opinion and that one person says something's amazing, like I just did, and you still need to do your research as well to make sure that it's going to be exactly what your child needs. Look at other review videos. I've not personally ever been swimming in a fin fun tail. I would like to get one eventually just so that I could stand behind 100% everything. I'm going off of people's opinions, and these people are people I trust. So again, watch some other review videos and see what's going to work well for you, but I wouldn't start off with something really expensive, because of course children can change their minds, right? Maybe they're into it now, maybe they won't be into it later, and you don't want to drop a few $1,000s on a full-on silicone tail if your child is going to grow out of it in a few minutes, right? I mean, if they're like me and they had to have different shoes every single month for, what was it, almost a year? Mom, what was it? It was ridiculous, wasn't it? You had to buy me a different size pair of running shoes for almost a year, like every month. It was ridiculous. Big feet for the win. But so yeah, so you'll need to do your research and see what's going to work best for your little one. Also, please remember that cheaper does not mean better, and in a lot of cases cheaper actually means dangerous. There are a lot of reviews and a lot of people talking about these knockoff tails that, yes, they look fancy, okay, but I cannot stress it enough that safety has to be your #1 concern here. Yeah, it's great that they look fancy, but when they have two flippers that are taped very cheaply together, if you saved yourself 50 bucks, is your child's safety worth that? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's so hard for me to say that and not get really intense about it, because I see these cheap tails and I feel like there needs to be some kind of regulation. I feel like there needs to be some kind of law against companies stapling flippers together or taping them together and calling that a legitimate Monofin, because it's not. And I'm just gonna take it right back down. I'm gonna calm right down. but truly, safety needs to be, and I'm a broken record, but guys, it's important. So about the mermaid community, because so you have, your child's got the tail, they're becoming they're becoming their little mermaid self, and now they'd like to get involved in the mermaid community, which is fantastic. The mermaid community is a wonderful place full of a lot of caring, encouraging people, and a few bad eggs. So while it's great to join the online community, it is still important, and I obviously, maybe it comes off a little bit like I'm a little condescending or whatever. I hope that's not the case. I hope I'm coming from a genuine place of caring, because I really care about my viewers and I really care about you guys. But anything online should be a conversation that you have with your child. Anything that they're doing online, I know that sounds really like paranoid, but it just needs to be. Mermaids unfortunately do attract a few weirdos. It's just part of it. There are a lot of sports that do though. There's weirdos everywhere, okay? So you don't want to just assume that the community is flawless and perfect. It's great if you can find a local group of people that you can actually meet and spend time with. Out here we're very fortunate. Mermaid Faith, wonderful mermaid. She does a lot to grow and contribute to the community. There's a lot of meetups that happen as a result of her organization, so shout out to Mermaid Faith. But in terms of online, there's the one main forum that we all kind of belong to, the Mer Network, which is a great place to be. But again, there are pages on there and people rant, and some content might not be suitable for all viewers. So it's just really important not to be scared of it, but to be informed. Okay, so that's kind of my little disclaimer about it, because I just want people to be safe and to have a good mermaid experience, you know what I mean? I don't want it to be a negative thing. As far as like benefits and stuff go, mermaiding is really wonderful for people of any age. Honestly, for children specifically, I would say the benefit comes from imaginative play, learning through play. Raina Mermaid is a great example of this. That's something that her business really talks about and strives towards, children learning through play. It's really about a little bit of entertainment and a little bit of education, and I think that's a beautiful thing. The positive aspects of mermaiding and the community and getting your child out of the box and trying something new is also really important, and of the hobbies and things that your child could be interested in, mermaiding's great. It's good for your physical health, it's great for your mental health. There's a lot of benefits, and I know it's gonna be weird, and if you came across this video and you're like, oh my god, my kid wants to be a mermaid, like why? And I know there's a lot of parents who can relate, because I know there's a lot of young mermaids who will message me and be like, oh, my parents think it's stupid, or oh, my parents don't support it. And I really want to encourage you to remember what it felt like when your parents did that to you. I've been very lucky in my lifetime. My mom has always encouraged me to do the things that I want to do. If something seemed a little bit crazy, she'd be like, okay, try it. I'll have an open mind. And we go from there. But it's really important to remember that children won't be children forever, and picking your battles, the things that you want to fight over, sometimes it's worth it just to let them do what they're gonna do so that they can do it safely and not behind your back, and to support them, and even get involved if you want to, because it could kind of maybe change how you feel about it if you feel negatively about it. I have a lot of videos on my channel if you want to check them out. If you're a little bit on the fence with this whole mermaid shtick, just hang out or leave me a comment down below. Maybe I can give you some tips or some insight or something like that. So I hope this was helpful. I know this is a little bit of a step away from the usual kind of content that I do. I'm not usually talking to the parents of young mermaids, but I wanted to kind of just put this out there because they were questions that I've been asked, and mostly by young mermaids who come to me and say, hey, what do I do? My mom doesn't agree, or doesn't, I'm 31, by the way, to give you a bit of age perspective. I'm not a teenager talking about this. Not that you should be any less informed by teenagers, but if it makes you feel any better, we're on the same page. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Again, if you guys have any comments, questions, are looking for some support in that area or anything, please leave me a comment down below. I do my best to reply to as many people as I can. You can also email me at vancouvermermaid@gmail.com if you have any more complex questions and you don't feel comfortable sharing them in the comment section below. Otherwise, I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, please feel free to give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the pod and the bell notification as well so you don't miss any of my mermaid adventures. And yeah, otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy swimming, and I will see you next time. Bye!